Yeah, dear all disciples of Samasta Gurumandali and divine associates of Jaya Nama Guna Sankirtana, we are very much happy to relearn the mind and its most important characteristics, because mind is the most important element in the human body. One should understand that, because it is through the mind that a person expresses themselves. So a person is recognized through the mind. It is only through the mind that a person's personality is understood. Please understand, isn't it? It is only through the mind that a person's personality is understood. What we are is our mind. What our mind is, we are. In that, the power of thought is the supreme power. The power of thought is the supreme power. So, you and your mind are one. Means we and our mind are one. What you are is your mind. There is no difference between you and your mind. So the mind is always wandering. Generally, Sadgurus says that mind is a monkey. So it keeps on wandering and keep on thinking about something or the other. It will not be in the same state, in present state. Now, whether they are, it can be virtuous thoughts or evil thoughts. They are direct expressions of the mind. So mind is a superpower. So that which this provides brilliance to the thought process. Suppose a mind and thought is provided by very virtuous, so then, or brilliant, otherwise brilliance. So that thought process is nothing but called as chit. Sat Chit Anand. In that we are relearning Chit. What does it mean, Chit? Chit is consciousness. Please understand. If the mind, so there, because either it can be virtuous thoughts or evil thoughts. Those are what we are, direct expressions of the mind. Number one. Number two, that provides brilliance to the thought process. That is called as Chit, consciousness. Sat Chit Anand. Sat, truth. Chit, consciousness, wisdom. And Anand is bliss. So, we are all the results, whatever we are nothing but the results of or products of our thoughts. Simple. We become exactly what we think. We are not different from our mind or thought. What we are is our thought. What our thought is, we. If our thought is noble, we will become noble. If they are evil, then we become evil person. So, the mind creates the entire world. Please understand. The mind creates the entire world for our birth, existence, activities, anything, and ultimately for the destruction. So, our thoughts is the consciousness within us that will provide knowledge. So, mind is superpower. A person is recognized through the mind. So, because we also have to relearn that the mind drives the world. Look at that. If you keep listening to this, then definitely, please do concentrate and listen to this. Yogda Maharaja is blessing. So, the mind drives the world. The mind pulls in its own way. Either it can be this side, that side, directionless. For all things to occur, the mind and power, or mind and its power, are the sole truth. So, we have to understand that the mind plays a vital role in human life. So, pure thoughts. So, mind is nothing but the thought. So, pure thoughts make the mind very serene and provide strength, atmastairya. It is because of our inner thoughts that arise in our mind that we transform into a good person or righteous individual or bad person. Only please relearn that Jagadguru or Sadgurus and Indian philosophy, our ancient scriptures say that only a spiritual power of thought can neutralize despairing, negative, and dull thoughts. Please relearn. Only a spiritual power of thought can neutralize despairing, negative, and dull thoughts. Because a pure mind merges into divine nature and matter into consciousness. So, if we can understand literally, in the long run, the power of thought is greater than all the other types of human powers. That's what Yogananda Maharaja says. If you win your mind, you are no less than a king. That's what Yogananda Maharaja says. So, we keep on need to practice exactly what we wanted to become. So, most interestingly, when we practice exactly what we have thought, what we are thinking, our body also responds in the same direction. Whatever we think, our body also will support the same. So every matter is constructed only because of our thoughts. We create our thoughts. By our thoughts, we can be good person or become a noble person or a bad person. Isn't it? Now, so once we understand the importance of mind, power of thought, how a spiritual practitioner or a sadhaka, in Sanskrit we call it a sadhaka. Sadhaka is none other than a spiritual practitioner, one who is practicing spirituality. How these sadhakas, spiritual practitioners, can enter into divine life or any ordinary person into spiritual life. That is, steps to divine life. So, as we have been relearned from His Holiness Paramapujya Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja and Samasta Gurumandali and Paramahamsa Jagadguru Yogananda Maharaja, we have understood that power is mind, thought is superpower. So, in human life, that holds very, very supreme importance. So, the mind has the power to turn heaven into hell, hell into heaven. Every one of us know that, isn't it? Because we perceive world through the lens of our own mind. So we are the reflections of our own thoughts. What we are is our thought. So if we nurture envy and hatred, jealous, and so on, they will eventually wage a war against us. What happens? Will not get good sleep, will be not enjoying the life. So, only pure thoughts can grant us complete health and practice or health and peace. By practicing the righteous thought process, we can enjoy complete health and peace. So it says, as we have been relearning, the human, for any human being, the mind becomes everything. So When a person turns their own mind into a culprit, that means filled with guilty or negativity, they begin to see only faults in other people and offenses in everyone else. So minds are constantly working in tandem. They go directionless, either to bring about good for humanity or to cause harm in the society or where in which he or she is living. So every mind, regardless of where it is, remains interconnected with the entire world. That is the reason Jagat Guru and Samasta Gurumandali says, control the mind, the power of thought. Understand the power of thought. So, when the mind transcends thoughts and the senses through the power of imagination, a human being transforms into a virtuous person, and more importantly, good deeds. By doing good deeds, a virtuous person, and by non virtuous deeds or bad deeds, into a wicked person. So, most importantly, bhavana is very, very important. In Sanskrit, we call it as bhavana. What is bhavana? Bhavana is transforming into righteous way or righteous path, and concentration. That means dharana. So, bhavana is virtuous. Dharana, 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 concentration.